Making the movie was how we dealt with all of that barrage of information because we were going crazy and our lives were kind of shutting down. Our careers had really been just halted and we weren't able to make anything. And so after 3 months of that, we kind of just came up with like, okay, so what can we make right now?
Is Willowbrook Senior Care?
Is this the police? Are you coming?
Our grandmother is a resident at your facility and...
Maybe not anymore.
Can we speak to whoever's in charge?
COVID-19 is in charge now.
We're driving right now to come and get you.
I am so excited about seeing you girls.
We should make some ground rules to be safe. We leave the car as little as possible.
I paid on myself.
They only stop for gas.
I'm just trying not to think about how many people have touched that pump.
Also, don't think about that guy over there.
Ooh!
Here, look. I'll play something.
Wow, Whitney, you look a lot different than last I saw you on screen.
I'm always changing my hair. It's going to be a thing every couple months. So who knows? I mean, it won't look that much different in a couple months because I literally can't do anything with it now. But
you can't. I mean, you can technically color it, right? Again.
I could.
You know, I gotta start this up front. What's the next road trip to? Where are we going?
Ooh,
That's a good
you know
question.
what? Mal and I just got back from Virginia. We were at a film festival out there. And honestly, I want to turn right back around and go back out there because I just haven't had enough East Coast experiences and I loved it so much. So yeah, that's like on my books now.
I don't think I've heard anyone say Virginia is like somewhere to turn around and go back to though.
We went to Winchester, Virginia. It was this tiny town that felt like Stars Hollow. And we were like, yeah, let's come back here. Yeah.
So I gotta get this figured out. You guys actually filmed this film during the pandemic. In a minute, like, was this the early portion, the middle portion? I'm curious, like, what time frame we have, because I'd imagine all this stuff is like method pretty much, because you'd probably be doing this at the gas station, literally, you know, not even for the film.
Yeah, it was honestly pretty method. You're right on the money with that. We came up with the idea at the beginning of July. So
That's really on.
we were like 3-ish months in to this madness, and we decided to set it 3 months earlier because we were like, we don't have any context on what's going on right now. So maybe let's just set it like right after it happened. We've got 3 months of context on that to sort of dabble with. But yeah, we started writing it at the beginning of July, and we saw that the festival dates for the year were coming up in September and October. And we thought, do we just eke out a movie? We've never made one before. But we were really freaked out about the idea of trying to submit a COVID comedy in 2022. So we thought, man, we just gotta go for it. So yeah, we wrote it in 2 weeks, and we pre-produced in 2 weeks, and we shot it in 2 weeks, and then we got the first cut out in 2 weeks, and we made that movie right in the middle of the pandemic.
That's wild, because everything was shutting down. You guys were ramping up production there on your end. So you have to involve some other actors, but it's kind of mainly both of you throughout. Like, how do you navigate? I'm just kind of curious through like, all that's going on in the world. We're getting all this information daily. It's getting worse. Everyone's, like, it's becoming like you can't even look anywhere because people are getting infected. How do you navigate all that and try to film a movie? Like, I just don't, like, with all the information that's coming in to protect yourself,
Honestly, I think making the movie was how we dealt with all of that barrage of information because we were going crazy and our lives were kind of shutting down. Our careers had really been just halted and we weren't able to make anything. And so after 3 months of that, we kind of just came up with like, okay, so what can we make right now? And we knew that we had a solid core group of crew members that we loved. Our DP and our sound mixer and engineer, all of them were so great. And so we knew we could get them on board because they had openings because no one was working.
Right.
But it was scary. It was scary. I mean, we couldn't even get tests at the time. And so it really was just like, okay, we're going to do this as fast as possible. We've kept it so simple, but nobody have a social life for 2 weeks because we can't afford anyone getting sick. And we had one of our first ADs actually throw up on set, and we were so nervous, but she just had heat stroke. And we were like, oh, thank goodness.
You never know, right? During that time.
Yeah.
What, I mean, I'm guessing, it's quarantine and you two are spending so much time together. Did you get on each other's nerves while filming this and all the frustrations of everything? How did you deal with that fact?
That's a great question, but Whit and I have known each other since we were 8, actually. So, and we've been working together since,
right.
I mean, always.
Always working on something. Yeah. So we
like
have a pretty good
together in high school, like
yeah.
way back. So
we have language, I think.
Mm-hmm. The sibling energy is real. So
I was just going to say that it's like sibling energy,
Yeah, exactly. So it's sort of like, yeah, do you get on your sister's nerves? Sure. But then you just like talk about it and it's fine.
Yeah. Well, then, you know what? I'm going to kind of ask you both. I'm going to start with you, Mallory. What's your favorite thing about Whitney? Through all the years, something you can share with the audience, something we might not know about her. What's your favorite thing about her?
Oh, you're going to make me cry. There's so many things I love about Whitney. My first gut reaction is probably her warmth. She's very, very easy to be around, and she's very, very accommodating. And I just find her to be a delight in a room. I'm just like happy she's there whenever she's there.
Well, that's calming on a film set to know. In that case,
yeah.
For sure. That's great skill there and personality trait, Whitney. What about you, about Mallory? That first thing that kind of resonates with you when you think of her.
I love that you asked this question, Jim. This is never one we've gotten. I love that Mallory is just always focused on how other people are doing, sometimes to her detriment. But I think it honestly is just such a genuine love that she has for people. It's not just that she's nice to people, it's that she's very passionate about learning of other people and really connecting. And I don't meet many people that are passionate about connecting with other people. So I love that about her.
Oh yeah, that's a rare thing, because hey, you get me around people for too long and I'm just like pissed off and want away from them. So you have that compassion for people, because some of them can be a handful to be around. That's a great trait, Mallory. So keep that up.
Yeah.
I guess now we got to wrap up soon, and having fun, it always goes by quick. What's nice, you guys have done a lot of improv over the years and sketch comedy, which is kind of the world I've been in. I did improv for multiple years myself, and I always enjoy fellow improvers, because you guys know there's nothing like performing and spur of the moment on stage. Is that now what your film experience, kind of doing it on your own as talent and behind the scenes? What's the kind of next thing you guys want to do together? Because I'm assuming working together will be working for the rest of your lives, hopefully. What's on the agenda? What would you like to do? Go back to the now comedy aspect of being on stage now that we're kind of opening up more, or you want to do another movie?
Oh gosh, I think we're both really into movies and television right now. We've done sketch comedy for so long and we love it, and it's kind of our bread and butter. I think we'll always have a hand in it in our whole lives, but gosh, we love making films and we want to keep doing that.
Yeah, I think what's on the docket for us is more movies.
In front and behind the screens, both?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hey, you've mastered it. If you could figure this out during quarantine, I think everything else from now on should be smooth sailing, so.
Yeah, that's our hope. That's our main thing. Like, if the next one could just be easier, then we're golden. We would love to not have to do that again.
Well, many props to you for doing this and being creative and making an engaging, funny film, just an enjoyable film. I thought, I could imagine there weren't that many resources behind you guys, but you guys pulled off a heck of a project there, in front and behind the screen. So you should be proud of it.
Thank you so much, Jim.
Absolutely. Hopefully, maybe we'll get a stop and go. Well, I don't know if I want a stop and go sequel if it's COVID surrounded. So a variation, maybe, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Never-ending pandemic. That's everywhere.
Well, I had a blast talking to you. Hope we can get to catch up on the next one. That
Thank you.
Would love that. Thanks, Jim.
sounds good. Great job. See you, ladies.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much, Jim.
Thanks, Cassie. Bye.